Thank you for watching my revision of the textbook I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible believer looks at world history. Now I'm going to pick it up where I left off last time about the Vedic period in India. The language of the Vedic period was Sanskrit, which is labeled as one of the oldest of Indo-European language group, although many people say Hebrew was older and it's perhaps God's language. It's probably the Sanskrit, Hebrew. Hebrew is thought by some to probably be the mother tongue of all languages, but that's a religious argument, I guess. Sanskrit, Greek, Latin, and English all have some similarities in numerals and family terms. For instance, English 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sanskrit ek, dwi, tri, and chatur sound similar, as do words for mother and father. The Sanskrit of the Vedas appears to be a scholarly tongue used only by scholars and priests. The word means prepared, pure, perfect, and sacred. Vedic script is still pictographic, and it isn't until the 8th and 9th centuries that merchants bring actual Semitic writing from the area of Israel that the quote Brahma script came to be developed, as did all of the later alphabets of India. For centuries, writing was confined to commercial and administrative purposes. Merchants, not priests, developed the art of writing in early India. Even the Buddhist canon does not appear to have been written before the 3rd century BC. The oldest inscriptions known were thought to have been done at the time of Ashoka, the Indian religious leader of the 200s BC. Nearly all of the information that modern scholars have about ancient India comes from the Vedas. The word Veda means knowledge. The Vedas, though, are essentially collections of Hindu religious writings. Now, the Upanishads, on the other hand, are more philosophy and psychology. The word comes from upa, near, and shad, to sit, as in sit near the teacher and learn. They consist of 108 discourses composed between 800 BC and 500 BC. The number 108 becomes significant in an occultic way through Indian martial arts that come to China and eventually Japan and are found in modern forms like the way of the samurai in Tai Chi Chuan. Later, Alexander would bring Greek pankration, a fighting sport, to India, which then was converted into a native art, Vrajramusti, which passed on to China and became Shaolin fighting, the father of Japanese martial arts. While Japanese, Chinese, and Indians will say that their unarmed punching and kicking combative arts developed on their own, we know that the first fighting styles indigenous to any ethnic group had to do with wrestling, rocks, and knives. Anyway, the theme of the Upanishads is basically, why are we here? One clear teaching of this religious expression is that the individual soul will eventually go back into the impersonal soul of the universe. In other words, one thing you lose when you finally die in the long chain of reincarnation is your personal identity. On the other hand, the God of the Bible does not teach that you cease to become an individual when you die. The supreme God in this combination of religion and philosophy is Brahma, the creator, followed later by Vishnu, the preserver, then by Shiva, the destroyer. The Hindu religion and its offshoot, Buddhism, have permeated our Western culture much to the efforts of many celebrities, from the American Standard Version Bible translator Philip Schaff to the American actor Richard Gere, as well as the rock group The Beatles. So, we're going to talk about one of the largest migrations in human history next in Africa, and I hope that you enjoy this. If you disagree with something I said, please put your citations in the comments so that I can learn from you. Thank you.